What's up, y'all? Cosmic Kage back with another video. We're staying on tune with reaction videos. What I want to talk about today is, as a man, you're going to encounter a lot of negative experience, failures, and rejection. And a lot of that is going to shape who you are. How you react to these experiences will tell you a lot about your trajectory, and then how you will handle it if you experience it again another time. As a guy, there's no way you're going to experience life without failure or rejection. It is just a part of life. If you truly want to accomplish anything special, you will have to deal with these things. And when you go through these negative experiences, it could shape a lot about who you are and how you treat other people, and how you reflect your image to other people as well. Especially in this day and age where mental health is now becoming a big conversation and the men loneliness epidemic has been a big topic of conversation. I think this is an important thing to learn how to handle and learn how to deal with going forward. I don't want to get into too much details. We're going to go and listen to this video a little bit about this topic, and then I'm going to react going forward.
The best men are those who've been broken by life and have pulled through, have come out the other end.
Why?
Because they've been forced by circumstances to drop the illusion of their strength and power. They've known that they couldn't keep that going. They've hit rock bottom and they've had to reach out and say, I can't cope. Men become rather glorious when that's happened to them, because that's when there's true humanity, sympathy, etc. But some men, they never get there. It's posture. It's defensive posture all the way. I can spot them a mile away.
What do they look like?
You just sense that there's a modesty. Deep down, there's a modesty. I think people give off a sense of how much you could tell them and how much they'd be able to bear. Often it's picked up in little things. You know, people say, how was your weekend? Is it great? Was it good? You go, oh, wow. That person really needs my weekend to have gone well, because they don't have much space for my weekend to have gone badly. Someone goes, how was your weekend? There's space in that. You feel the space. They're like, oh, I might have been crying on the bathroom floor. That could happen. I might have wanted to take my life on Saturday, but Sunday, things cheered up. You know, there's room for the extremity of what it is to be human. And those are the people you want to watch out for.
I want to react based off of briefly what I discussed and what is discussed in this podcast. When it pertains to with men, our culture and what we have been told that is right growing up has shaped a lot of our experiences and how we handle them. The expression like man up and, don't show emotions and, try to be present, act like you've been there before. All these different things actually harm us in a sense, because what it does is it teaches us to hold things in, to bottle things in. And what we have to understand is when we do that, we will express it in different ways. You might be able to hold it in when it comes to that particular topic in that space or in that room or wherever you're at. The issue then becomes what happens in the other parts of your life. What happens when you experience this again? If you keep bottling in all of these things, the energy has to go somewhere. And it usually is going towards either your work or a person or some random occurrence of events when everything has been boiled up for over a period of time. We have to understand the balance when it comes to this thing. I'm a workaholic, and I'll be the first to tell you, man, you gotta hustle. You're gonna have to fight through things. You're gonna have to grind. There's going to be points in your life where it's head down, hustle, work, and do not make excuses. But you also have to understand that you are a human being, and part of being a human being is experiencing all different emotions. Once you deal with failure, you have to understand how that humbles you in a life and experiences. You're gonna need help. You're gonna need mentors. You're gonna need people to talk to. You're gonna have a way to express yourself. Something I've done recently is simple things like journaling. You have to be able to channel these emotions and control them. Emotional regulation is just as important as manning up. You can cry, right? You just gotta know the time and place. You gotta be able to know how and when to experience your emotion. I think that's more important than just portraying yourself as something. He talks about in this video, there's certain people that posture up and act like, they've never been through a negative experience, never been through heartbreak, they've never been through anything. And they're so busy trying to show this image about who they are that it is damaging them. Me at my age, in my 30s now, this is not a conversation I was having in my 20s. It's just very important for me to give back to men and help anyone who has not experienced this or who's struggling with this, so they don't have to go through a lot of the growing pains that I had to go to or any other guy is going through. And that's a big part of this page. I'm willing to sit here and produce videos every week to help men as much as possible. Hey, if there's one person that watched my videos, 100, if 1,000, it's 1,000,000. If I can help people, you know, just go through the experience of life and understand, like, you're not alone. It's not just you that's dealing with this. This is a societal problem that we need to work on. You know, I've done a lot of dating videos. I've done a lot of those where we talk about, you know, the experience and some of the things that women say, and that's all cool and grand, but we always have to continue to work on ourselves. We always have to know, what are the things we struggle with? What are some of our weaknesses? How can I improve? How can I be able to express this in a positive way as well? All of these are very important, and it will affect all aspects of your life. If you think it's just, oh, if I fail in dating, it won't affect my business, or if I fail in my business, it won't affect dating, or it won't affect my family, or all of these things end up tying together, and you learn that the image that you portray to different people is very important. If you watch someone and you see them acting different from their friends, they're a different person in front of their family, a different person when they're dating, that's a cause for concern. They're just playing an image to show what they perceive as strength. That ends up happening to you too. So if they're doing this image with everyone else, they're probably doing it to you too. So you have to be able to express yourself in a very positive, like-minded way that is not just destructive to everyone, because that is one of the biggest thoughts. You have to be considerate about how this affects everything else. Again, hopefully you get a lot out this video. Hopefully you learn. Hopefully you're learning how to express yourself. If there's any ways that you have learned to express yourself or deal with failure, rejection, please comment down below. I would love for us to talk about this and expand on this topic if we can. But other than that, Cosmic Kage out.